Serving southern New Mexico, this is the award-winning KRWG-TV News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Hazlett.
And I'm Samantha Dates. Just in time for the holidays, Virgin Galactic is laying off 185 employees, and the company says it will take a pause for tourism space flights from Spaceport America in Sierra County.
An announcement from the company says 73 of the layoffs will be in New Mexico. The cuts are to save money in order to build a new class of suborbital space planes. The new space planes will be built in a new facility in Phoenix. The space planes they now have will continue to operate next year. Testing of the new planes is expected in 2025. And while the space business is getting off the ground, the oil and gas industry continues to thrive in the Permian Basin. Houston-based Scorpion Oil and Gas said it bought 6,000 acres in southeast New Mexico oil field. The company says it will double its oil and gas production. The Scorpion chief executive officer says the deal is in an effort to increase production in New Mexico. Scorpion is just the latest company to increase its presence in the state. ExxonMobil and Chevron recently closed deals. And in an effort that could help the economy is underway in northern Doña Ana County. It will get the rural area wired to broadband internet. The $16 million for the project comes from the President Biden's infrastructure bill he signed into law in 2021. It's expected to bring broadband to 1,600 homes, 20 institutions, and 100 small businesses. It includes communities such as Radium Springs, Hatch, Rodney, Rincon, Salem, Placitas, and Garfield. And guys, I'm super excited that the leaves are finally changing.
I know, it's really starting to feel like fall.
Guys, you know, while it took a while to get those leaves to change, we're finally bringing in those temperatures. So let's go and take a look at some of those current conditions just right outside. Now, if we are looking at those temperatures, we're currently seeing 62 degrees out there, so it's getting rather cool as the evening progresses. Partly cloudy skies is those current sky conditions out there. Humidity right at 47% and dew point right at 43 degrees, and that barometer is still at a rather high 30.21. Now, taking a look at those conditions that we did see today, 64 degrees was that high, just a couple of ticks below that average, which is actually one of the first times we were below average for this time of year. Now, that low this morning did drop down to around 40 degrees as well. Back in 2017, 83 degrees was that high, and we dropped to 18 degrees back in 1976, which is very extreme, so good thing it did not happen today. And in terms of those rainfall, we did not receive anything today throughout the region, so we are keeping that rain total at 5.66 inches. Now, in the middle of the show, we'll take a look at those New Mexico temperatures and what you can expect for your Thanksgiving forecast. That's all coming up.
Thanks, Noah. A Las Cruces woman is awaiting sentencing after police connected her to a murder that happened 6 years ago last Wednesday. 25-year-old Brianna Terry pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit murder and conspiracy to commit robbery. Terry is the second conviction in the attempted robbery that led to the murder of 18-year-old Dakota Lunsford in 2017. A sentencing date for Terry has yet to be announced. And now a Las Cruces man is facing charges after an altercation with his neighbors this summer that turned deadly. 82-year-old James Terrio has been charged with the murder of Carlos Pacharo and the attempted murder of his wife Fatima Ortiz. The neighbors had an ongoing feud which escalated July 2022. Police found Pacharo with a fatal gunshot wound to the chest. Ortiz identified Terrio as the shooter before being rushed to the hospital with 6 gunshot wounds. Terrio alleges that he acted in self-defense. The trial began yesterday and is expected to last until Friday.
Stay tuned. Noah will be back with your national weather forecast.
But first, some tips on how to help a runny nose. More on that when News 22 continues.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Wednesday,
where news matters. Now, guys, I'm really glad we're out of those triple digits.
I think we can both agree with you there, Jenny.
Guys, we're not expecting to break any temperatures, which is, thank goodness, right? Because if it's a hot summer, so we're going to go and take a look at some of those radar conditions. Just right outside, you're looking at a map currently, a radar map of, this goes around till maybe midnight tonight. And as you can see, these conditions are very dry out there. We're not expecting any cloud cover, any rain cover. And even if we zoom out, go ahead and step out of the way here, most of that rain activity centered around Louisiana and even Northern California. This is a live view of Ruidoso just a couple of minutes ago. You can see some of that traffic starting to push through town. As those temperatures cool off, people will throw on those jackets, and those temperatures temperatures, even in the region, will even touch those 30s tonight. So if you are going to Ruidoso, make sure to take that jacket. This is over in Truth or Consequence, or I'm sorry, Silver City. You can see people as well starting to move about the town, maybe doing some Christmas shopping out there for their holiday season. And so it's definitely a nice time to put on that jacket and get into those late fall and winter vibes for sure. Let's go and take a look at our next map here of what we're expecting for the next couple of days in California. Now, this is an area that had a lot of rainfall in the past couple of weeks and months. As you can see, as we go through Sunday, a lot of those showers and potentially thunderstorms and snow showers will push through the area. You can see even in parts of Nevada, they'll get some of those snow showers as well. This is a rain and snow forecast through Nevada and California for the next couple of days. Most of those snow showers around the Sierra Nevada mountains, 3 to 5 inches are expected. In some of the lower areas, maybe 1 to 2 inches. So if you have any travel plans, make sure to keep that in mind as you travel into the state of California. On to our final map of the night. We're going to be taking a look at that forecast for the next couple of days here in Las Cruces. You can see busiest travel days of your Thanksgiving forecast to 21st and 22nd. That is your Tuesday and Wednesday. So if you have any flight plans, just keep in mind to get into the airport early to avoid those TSA lines. As we get to your Thanksgiving day here in Las Cruces, 63 degrees. You can expect beautiful conditions even on your Black Friday, 63 degrees as well. AAA says around 4.3 million people are expected to fly this year. 55.3 will drive. So make sure to plan ahead for those conditions. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back with your New Mexico temperatures after the break. Well, welcome back to News 22 Tuesday. Let's take a look at some of those temperatures around the land of enchantments. 50 degrees over in Ruidoso, 62 here in Las Cruces, and 61 degrees in Deming. Now for tomorrow, we will continue the same case as today. Most of those 60s will cover pretty much the entire state. 63 in the state capital of Santa Fe, 65 in Albuquerque, 70s down here in Las Cruces, and over in Deming. Taking it to the city of Alamogordo tonight, 36 degrees with those clear skies will be your forecast for tonight. 67 degrees with those partly cloudy skies for tomorrow. Moving into the city of Truth or Consequences, once again, hitting those 30s tonight, 39 degrees, clear skies, 68 tomorrow with those partly cloudy conditions. Silver City, once again, 39s, like 39s across the entire board tonight. 68 degrees will be that temperature tomorrow. And back here in Las Cruces, we will not touch those 30s, but rather stay in the low 40s. We'll heat it up to a beautiful 70 degrees tomorrow. Now, at the end of the show, we'll take a look at that 5-day forecast and what you can expect for the rest of your week. Jenny?
Thanks for that, Noah. Oregon officials say a 92-year-old man is recovering in the hospital after falling down an embankment and spending the night in below freezing temperatures.
State police were notified Tuesday afternoon that Larry Hendrickson had not returned from a trip as expected. They found his vehicle abandoned and soon found him in a short distance away. He had fallen down an embankment. He was conscious and breathing when they found him. First responders gave Hendrickson first aid until an ambulance could transport him to the hospital. And Maddie Vollmer is going to be next with sports.
Thanks, Sam. Coming up in sports, Aggies are preparing for their game against Auburn. You can toss that remote because News 22 Sports is next.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
Welcome back. I'm Maddie Vollmer, and let's talk sports. The Aggies are back at home tonight to gear up for their game against Western New Mexico University Mustangs. The Aggies are proceeded to win by a 98.8% chance. That's to the Mustangs' 1.2% chance. NMSU is now 1-2 for conference play, hoping to get to 500 after tonight's game. Western New Mexico is 2-0 in the Lone Star Conference. You can watch the game at the Pan Am or on ESPN+. Tip-off starts at 7 after the newscast. The Aggie football team is preparing for their next game against Auburn Tigers after clinching a spot in the CUSA Championship game with a win over Western Kentucky. The Aggies are getting ready for what will be their biggest test this season. The Aggies sit at 8-3 for the season, while the Tigers are 6-4. Here's how Coach Kill is preparing for his biggest game yet.
And, that's what we're supposed to do. And, it's a great challenge for our kids. And, our kids are fired up about it. And, again, you just play hard and do what we've been doing. That's all we got to do. And we'll see what happens.
And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Still ahead, Noah will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast.
Let's take a look at our top stories.
Virgin Galactic is laying off 185 of their employees and taking a break from space tourism flights until next year. 82-year-old James Terrio is charged with first-degree murder and is awaiting trial for the death of his neighbor, Carlos Picaro. But Noah, what do you have for that 5-day forecast?
Well, that 5-day forecast looking rather cool for the next couple of days. By the time we reach your Sunday, 67 degrees. Jenny?
And that's all for News 22 Tuesday. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight.
Tune in tomorrow for more news. I'm Samantha Dates.
And I'm Jenny, and from the whole News 22 team, Samantha, Noah, Maddie, and myself, good night.
This news brief en español is brought to you by Noticias 22, Spanish language news for southern New Mexico and West Texas. Noticias 22.
Buenas noches, soy Diego Velázquez y estas son las noticias de hoy. Una mujer de las Cruces, Brianna Terry, de 25 años, se declaró culpable de conspiración para cometer asesinato y robo, 6 años después de ser acusada por la muerte de Dakota Lunsford en 2017. Es la segunda condena por este caso. Justin Bullock, de 29 años, ya fue sentenciado a 9 años de prisión en noviembre del 2022. El acuerdo sugiere que Terry podría recibir libertad condicional con una posible sentencia máxima de 7 años y medio en prisión. El lunes, un tribunal inició el juicio para determinar si James DeReal, de 82 años, es culpable de asesinato y atentado de asesinato en Las Cruces. Se le acusa de matar a Carlos Picharro y dispararle a su esposa, Fátima Ortiz, el jueves pasado. La policía encontró a Picharro herido y a Ortiz disparada en su hogar. Ortiz identificó a DeReal como el agresor. Alegó que DeReal disparó después de un altercado vecinal previo. El juicio, que incluye testimonios de vecinos y el hijo de DeReal, se espera que dure 5 días, con DeReal alegando defensa propia. Esto ha sido todo por hoy. Síganos en redes sociales. Muy buenas noches. Yo soy Diego Velázquez.